Reverend David was ordained in October 15, 2017. He currently serves as our president of the board of directors and chairman of the membership committee. He's involved in so many activities at Center of Enlightenment, and he's often seen here doing various things that are needed. One of the things he's known for is his healing work, and he's had much training in that area. He's always willing to help others, and he's truly a dedicated minister and a husband and a grandfather. May I introduce to you Reverend David Shaw.
Thank you, Reverend Marie. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, I just got a Christmas present. I have a draft email that I keep track of whistling songs because I love songs with whistling solos. And with the one that Reverend Marie just played, I'm up to 21 songs that have whistling solos. I bet you didn't know there were that many in popular music. So, speaking of music, I'd like to talk to you today about one of my favorite songs. Oops, I forgot something.
Oh, no.
I go inside. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a Christmas song written by J. Fred Coots and Haven Gillespie. The earliest known recorded version of this song was by banjoist Harry Reeser and his band on October 24th, 1934. Reverend Ken remembers that like it was yesterday. It was then sung on Eddie Cantor's radio show in November 1934, and this version became an instant hit with orders for 500,000 copies of sheet music and more than 30,000 records sold within 24 hours. Now, back in 1934, they didn't have audio streamed by the internet, and as this world was still recovering from the Great Depression, record players were only for the well-off. So selling 30,000 records was a pretty big thing. And also, sheet music was the only real way to distribute popular songs. Selling more than 500,000 copies of the sheet music was the equivalent of a Billboard #1 single. The version for Bluebird Records by George Hill and his orchestra, with vocal by Sonny Schuyler, was very popular in 1935 and reached the various charts of the day. Since then, the song has been recorded by more than 200 artists, including Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. Some of you have heard of them. Michael Bublé, the Crystals, with production by Phil Spector, Mariah Carey, Neil Diamond, Chris Isaak, the Jackson 5, Frank Sinatra, Bruce Springsteen, the Supremes, and the Temptations. Those were in alphabetical order, not necessarily my personal favorites. In September of 1934, James Haven Gillespie was a New York City vaudevillian turned songwriter who had fallen on hard times financially, as had many people given the Great Depression. To add to his misery, his brother had recently passed away. Right after the funeral, he got a call from Edgar Bittner of the Leo Feist Publishing Company, which is still in business today, asking him to write a Christmas song. Feeling too overcome with grief, Gillespie initially rejected the idea. However, one subway ride changed everything. Gillespie started to recollect Christmases spent in Kentucky with his brother, along with his mother and 7 other siblings. Each year, His mother would warn him that Santa Claus was watching. If you don't wash behind your ears, Haven, Santa won't come to see you, reminded his mother every fall and early winter. Fondly remembering that morality lesson, Gillespie penned the lyrics to Santa Claus is Coming to Town in a swift 15 minutes. Now, I've heard of other people writing songs like that, and it's always divinely inspired. He called in composer John Coots to write the music, and the rest is history. Speaking of history, the lyrics that you all are familiar with are not the original lyrics. Gillespie wrote several verses encouraging listeners to be charitable and help the less fortunate at Christmas. I was not able to find an accredited original version of those lyrics, but I will read you now the version I found, which most closely resembles what I understand those original lyrics to be. And lyrics are a poem without music, so just imagine me reading a poem. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Haven Gillespie. I just came back from a lovely trip along the Milky Way. Stopped off at the North Pole to spend a holiday. I called on dear old Santa Claus to see what I could see. He took me to his workshop and told his plans to me. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. With little tin horns and little toy drums, Rudy Toot Toots and Rummy Tum Tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. And curly head dolls that toddle and coo. Elephants, boats, and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. Then kids in girl and boy land will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a toyland all around the Christmas tree. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now, Santa is a busy man. He has no time to play. He's got millions of stockings to fill, all on Christmas Day. You'd better write your letter now and mail it right away, because he's getting ready to fly with his reindeers and his sleigh. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. With little tin horns and little toy drums, Rudy Toot Toots and Rummy Tum Tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. And curly head dolls that toddle and coo. Elephants, boats, and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. Then kids and girl and boy land will have a jubilee. They're going to build a toy land all around the Christmas tree. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I have never seen the lyrics about Santa being a busy man before writing this sermon, so that was a pleasant surprise to me. In writing, now Santa is a busy man, he has no time to play. He's got millions of stockings to fill, all on Christmas Day. You better write your letter now and mail it right away because he's getting ready to fly with his reindeers and his sleigh. Gillespie is teaching the virtues of efficiency and consideration of others. Santa has to fill millions of stockings in 24 hours, so he has to be efficient. If you want to be like Santa, you need to be efficient at your work too. And Santa needs to be ready to fly, so you need to send in your letter early to make his life easier. That is being considerate of others. The frequently repeated, be good for goodness sake, is another encouragement to be considerate of others. And it could be seen as part of our own spiritualist principle 6. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatever ye would that others do unto you, do ye also unto them. The other morality that I see in this is that you better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Now, watching out for your unhealthy behaviors like pouting is a valuable lesson. But I don't agree with the not crying. Letting the emotional geysers go, whether happy or sad, is an important part of healthy emotional well-being. As many have you seen me up here cry when I feel happiness or love pouring from spirit to people. It's a good thing, in my opinion anyway. Now Lisa's going to pass out lyrics to the popular shortened version of this Christmas song, and we're all going to sing along. We have it. Thank you. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. One more time. Santa Claus is coming to town. I tried to go high and my throat said, no, you aren't. Before you all got here, Chuck and I were talking about Christmas movies, and the best scene in the, well, one of the best scenes in the movie Elf is near the end where they sing that song, and that's all I'll tell you because otherwise it would be a spoiler. So thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity for me to teach you about one of my favorite songs. What a surprise, it's a Christmas song. Namaste.
Namaste.